Yeah, this is the only one negative slide in my presentation. Points to pay attention. Weak infrastructure of the country. I really meet the cases when people, when companies import the goods and then they don't know how to deliver it to final consumer. Simply there are no ways to deliver. Or there are ways which is extremely expensive. Bureaucratic way of custom clearance. Still it is the issue. Average statistics shows that you need approximately 18 documents to make custom clearance of your goods. Custom verification is different from EU countries, European Union countries. Now most of them are the same, but Russian codes, they have 10 figures, and duties could be different from the last figure or from last two figures, and European codes, they have 8 figures. So still it is a little bit different, and many companies create a special database, special platform for making invoices for Russian market. And I believe that now it will be even more important with this preliminary notification for the trucks that you have right custom codes in your invoice. Excessive attention of customs cargo value, customs to cargo value. Like Mr. Nellimark mentioned that there are a lot of goods lower, a lot of canon goods are lower than custom risks, and so they have, customs has a system, which a kind of statistics system, and they check what was the price of the goods before and is the new price comparable with the price which was before. There are cases, even with big companies, when customs won't disagree with the price and importers agree to pay additional duties. The result of bad preparation. Yeah, preparation is the 70% of success. So if you are not really prepared for logistics and especially custom clearance, this could bring financial and reputational losses. That I mentioned briefly before. So what is the preparation for logistics and custom clearance? The most important things are you should count your routes in advance, especially when we are talking about delivery to Russian regions. And again, I want to repeat that in my understanding and in my view, delivery to Russian regions will be more important with every year. So importers must exclude these cases and they don't know how to deliver goods into the Russia after it is already, or not into the Russia, to the final consumer when it is already in St. Peter or Moscow. Very important preparation of documentation for custom clearance. Most important documents, you have to prepare really clear contract with detail, with right Incoterms, which looks like a small thing, but let's say you have CIP Moscow, but then you deliver the goods via St. Petersburg, and you want your local Russian subsidiary to take care about further transportation. But it is CIP Moscow, and that means that the goods, the transportation to Moscow must be paid by exporter. So if it must be paid by exporter, it must be included into the value of the goods as well. So you have to pay taxes on the top of this amount and duties. So really, it looks like a simple thing, but quite important thing. Invoice form. So invoice form is very important because you should mention the price. The price must be as in the same currency as the price in the contract. You should clearly mention what kind of goods you have there, not like just wooden products, and then these wooden products are actually furniture, which is a kind of wooden product, of course, but that's not enough to make custom clearance. Packing list form. Some certain things like it should be mentioned gross, net weight, weight of the pellets, and this kind of thing. So it's also a thing to prepare. cargo description in Russian language is very important thing, because Sergey showed some very close custom codes, which one shows 0% and another one which is very close, 15%. So it takes a lot of time from customs officers to check what really is there and if customs code is correct. And unfortunately, they don't accept documentation even in English language. I don't need to say about other languages. Certification. Certification is one of the important things. Under certification, I mean different kinds of, not only certificate of origin or certificate of certain conformity, but also some notifications from Russian intelligence service, for example, which is the case again in Canada. This is the case. Some goods must be certified by intelligence service. Some solutions to, yeah, that's some really practical thing. Custom tariff code database is a tool to avoid extra time for custom clearance. What we suggest when you have big shipments, which is not, well, 10 custom codes, when you send spare parts, for example, I would really recommend to make preliminary, before you start to import it, preliminary create with your broker or your partner a database of the custom codes. This could be implemented like some companies did in your local system, and then you can print invoices already with the Russian custom codes, and Russian declarant simply has to check if the codes are correct and not change. This takes not a long time. Or it should be in the hands of declarants in Russia, and making the declarations, they just upload the information from the database. So it looks like your number of the goods, item number, part number, custom code, and then it just reads the invoice and then reads the database and automatically download it into the declaration. Complete system shipment is the way to exclude extra certification and extra duty payments. So that's more for special products, of course, or for construction of the manufacturing. You can import your goods as just a computer, chair, yeah, closet. Or if this will be gathered as a system, then for almost all automation system and manufacturing lines, we have 0 duties, and also there is 1 certificate only required. There are two ways to make your shipment if you have automation system as automation systems. The first way is to receive the special permission from Russian Customs Ministry. It takes about 2 or 3 months and requires a lot of documentation, but then it gives you the opportunity to move the goods, let's say within half a year, 6 months. So all the products are mentioned in the conclusion of Customs Ministry, and then customs officers, they just check that the products in the truck or container are the products which is in the list, and then you don't pay taxes. All these things for single goods, or you can gather all the lines in some point and import it all together and clear it as a one thing. Our company was involved in the construction of the factory in logistics for equipment for construction of the factory in some Russian region, and we really made a consolidation point in Korea, in Seoul, where all the containers were checked by local engineers and by our specialists, and then we moved by parts to Vladivostok, 40-50 containers, and yeah, we saved a lot of money, I think, for that. The waste improves custom value of cargo to avoid extra clearance time.